So with the combination of head pats, food, and calming words, Jerry's nerves appear to have calmed down, and she's a lot more like willing to go inside of Bella. Her tail isn't wagging a lot, but you can see it at least moving a little bit from side to side, kind of like interest instead of like just being between her tail or between her legs, or like outright shaking like happiness. She's somewhere in the middle right now. She's like cautious, but still maybe a little interested. So she'll go into Bella with you guys now.
Huzzah!
Yeah.
Now we enter her into the dog show.
Yes, and you win 10,000 gold.
Shame we don't have any ponies.
I'm kidding.
The
Wait, hold on. Isn't that enslavement?
fan of
Ponies
our
are a race,
cubism.
man. Horses. Down.
They don't
Oh
have
my
the.
God. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. All right, so you guys can now enter Bella freely. What are you gonna, or where are you gonna go? Like, I remember someone saying something.
Well,
right now I'm mostly just curious what Arya thought my suggestion was going to be.
Stuff them in the box.
Oh.
Well, see how well the other option turned out.
I was going to suggest tying cardboard Micaiah to her as a disguise.
Wait, Micaiah's twin!
Let's.
No. You cut off cardboard Micaiah's head and like put a string through it and put it in front of Jerry's face and walk.
Just a mask. Let's fly through the castle.
Woof, 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 woof. All right, no, seriously, where are you guys going? What are you guys going to do once you get back into town?
Well, we could either go straight to find Cullen.
The blacksmith was one place we need to go to, because
the blacksmith
that's
is also a place.
The place that the chest could belong to.
Yeah, so Cullen's house is, like you guys said, closer to the edge of town. That's where you can. That's the closest place. Blacksmith, obviously, in the center of town.
Might as well stop by Cullen's on the way.
The thing is, if there are more wolves, why are we stopping at Cullen's to report something?
Well, because this encounter was kind of really weird.
You could at least tell him about it and tell him that you took care of some of that.
It's worth reporting, especially the bodies on the bridge. We don't know who those people were.
Yeah, we did. They're Jonas Brothers.
Yeah, they. Oh, I forgot to mention. They had name tags that said, "Hello, my name is," and Nick Jonas, and
my name is what?
This is Joe. This is not,
Bobby
and
Jonas.
this is us.
Bobby Jonas, because I said that one, and the other
I don't know
two.
any of their names.
I just know
Bobby, Nick, and the other two.
Yeah, Bobby and Nick and the other two. Jonas. All right, so Cullen's house. You guys are heading that way?
Sounds like a plan.
All right. So you guys make your way over to Cullen's house. You guys aren't exactly sure it was his house, but upon entering, you do find out that it in fact is his house. You're greeted by a large open area, which is furnished by couches and little desks and lamps. Very cozy little place, and you can assume that it is the living room. So his front door opens up directly to his living room. To the right,
we just walk right into his house.
Sorry about the dogs, but to the right you can see that it's connected to the kitchen. There's no wall there, no door. Sorry about the dogs and the shouting. There's no wall, there's no door, but you can see him at a table with a plate of food, mostly eaten, eggs, bacon, toast, cup of orange juice. And he appears to be reading a newspaper. And actually, when you guys entered, he turned to look at you.
So, can we knock first before just knocking down the door?
I mean, none of you ever said it, so you're gonna like Legend of Zelda. I was waiting for one.
We
of
also
you.
didn't
Well,
say
you,
that we
you
walked
also just said that we were heading there and then we went in.
Yeah, but one of you could have said,
You
"Oh,
never
we're gonna."
said that we were there.
I walk in, smash his pots, take the piece of heart from the fireplace, and run back out.
Oh no!
All right, so
Honestly,
you guys
you just segued us in.
So you're gonna knock?
Yes.
All right, you knock, you come in, because obviously if you knock, you can at least say, I knocked. And same thing happens. He's on the plate, blah, 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 he's on the table, blah. So you guys come over and he invites you to take a seat. Do you guys take a seat?
I sit on the floor.
Are they? I can't say ungulate friendly. Are they
They're
Quadruped
chairs.
friendly.
Quadruped
You can
friendly.
sit on the ground or on a sofa if you want to. There's carpets
just-
too.
You could just do the
I'll lie
Lyra
down
sit.
around.
Beanbag chairs.
I Lyra sit on a sofa.
All the sofas we've sat on.
Those are benches, don't you remember?
You guys make this too complicated. Just sit down somewhere.
I sit.
I sit.
I sit where I stand.
I sit
Skyrim.
on the ceiling.
You just need to say you sit down. You don't need to say where. You can say in a chair. Just assume the chair is sittable. All right.
0. We have to roleplay.
No, you need to role play when you talk to NPCs. When you talk amongst yourselves.
Down narrates are sitting
Can
in
I
the chair.
sit down in this chair? Is it ungulate friendly? Is it bird friendly? All right.
This-
So,
Look at the chair. Hey, is this chair ungulate friendly?
well, it's certainly big enough to sit your fat ass down on it
Rude.
with a pH. That's how it's not rude.
Ah, okay.
All right. So,
Now it's just sexist.
yes, that was just sexist, not racist. It's the other kind of ist. Anyway, he's gonna respond or talk to you guys. And so, did you take care of the wolves, or did you learn anything about that? Has he
We
taken?
had an experience with the wolves.
Where did you guys leave Jerry?
Well,
Did you
That's
take
up to down.
Yeah.
I mean, he is a
You
dog
know-
now.
He is a dog now.
to leave her
Uh,
outside, or did you bring
I-
her in?
Could we down? Okay. Is there any post or something we could around by the house?
No.
Oh.
See, this is why we
oh.
knocked, so we could ask if we could bring the dog inside.
Yeah. Down is going to ask if she can bring the dog inside.
Jerry gets stuck in the dog door.
No, it's like
It was made
it's
for
like
cube-shaped
what's the
dogs.
game? The Last Guardian. There we go. The Last Guardian. It's like the Last Guardian when Trico's
Protocol.
sticking his head through small holes. It's exactly like that. It's cute. It's adorable as fuck. All right.
Adorbs.
So- What's it called? Jerry. Cullen says sure, and allows you to bring the dog in.
It's like, may we bring in the dog that we have had this entire time?
Yes. I mean, Down does actually have an excuse in mind in case she's asked, but
No, Cullen won't ask. He'll just be like, sure, you can bring your dog in. Trico. No, wait, no, that's Trico. Hold on. What was his name again?
It was Trico.
It was Trico? I don't remember.
Or
Man, I only saw it
Trico.
once through, but no, I was trying to think of it in the native tongue. It's like, whatever. The other names that the little boy shouts at him to come over. Anyway, back to the story. Cullen goes on with, so what exactly did you experience now that he puts down the paper and the coffee and is looking at all of you just kind of like one by one, trying to see which one will talk.
If no one else is going to start, Down will, and she'll say, well, for one, the alpha of the wolves was about 5 times any of our sizes.
Cullen seems a little surprised at that. He's gonna do the eyebrow thing of like, whoa. but he won't speak. He'll just like listen in on what you're gonna say.
And she's gonna kind of gesture to Micaiah. She actually had a bit of a talk with it. That it was interesting. It seems it could actually speak a little bit, and somehow, I don't know. There was a jam. A lot of stuff happened.
Oh yeah, Galera needed you to talk to.
Down isn't
Yeah,
best at summarizing things.
Yeah, you fucking suck.
I do.
Galarian, you talk to the wolf, or at least you try to talk it down.
And then a nat one was rolled.
So you want me to roll like an animal handling or something for it?
No, I'm saying you did. When
Oh,
I
did.
told you did do what Down just said you did. You tried to talk to it before, but then eventually it did start to attack.
You were caused to do this thing.
Now, but you did talk to the big wolf.
You got to
And
talk
you
about
can-
his life.
You can back up Down that it did in fact talk. Very very limited vocabulary, but it did talk.
Oh, okay. Sorry, it's like when it's comes to dealing with past sessions, I'm always like so confused.
Yeah, because I had to fucking play you and you don't fucking know shit. Because the episodes don't come out in a timely manner.
I actually have a plan for that.
Sorry, cameraman in the
They
sky.
will likely come out this week. All of them.
Oh, look,
So stay tuned. This coming Sunday.
Alright. But yeah, so Cullen's gonna continue where he left off and ask, well, that is quite something to hear. Not exactly what I was expecting, or from the reports that I got, it was more of a pack of wolves. I never even knew about this giant alpha wolf with did you say it was at a gem or something?
It had a gem in its forehead, and it was apparently accompanied by a wizard or some similar manner of spellcaster. I don't know what my accent is.
I don't know what my accent is, matey. Bro.
At least you have an accent.
I have many accents, as the
I
need
have
calls
many
for them.
accents, comrade.
And you've
Down
been
is going
you
on.
both.
And and kind of add on. I cut through said gem, and they all kind of disappeared.
They all disappeared. What do you mean by
Apparently they were some
disappeared?
form of undead. Although we don't know the specifics.
And there's not much left as evidence either.
Sky, I didn't hear the first part because you were very quiet. What'd you say?
I
I
said
heard-
they were some manner of undead,
Ah, okay.
but we don't know the specifics beyond that.
All right. Well, what did you... so, Cullen's just kind of like trying to piece shit together in his mind. You can see it on his face. He's quite clearly thinking hard with what you're saying to him.
Yes, it's confusing to all of us. You're not the only one.
Oh, great. So, at the very least, he's kind of like has his hands out, like, what's it called? Like, stretched fingers. Are the wolves at least taken care of?
They seem to be, yes.
Not all of them.
99%.
From what we can tell, at least. We
Yes.
don't know for sure.
All right. Well,
We know of at least one more. We want to investigate that.
all right. Well, Well, at the very least, the majority of them are taken care of, and you did, in fact, do what you set out to do as per the job's rules. So I can only say that it's a job well done. But of this other wolf, how exactly do you know if there's one left? Did it run away? Did it escape?
We saw tracks.
Sky, do you have inspiration?
I do.
All right, you get another one.
Hooray.
Because I said the wolves disappeared whenever that happened. I didn't say anything about the tracks. So you get an inspiration. Good job. All right, so you say that there were tracks. All right. So Cullen's gonna continue
my own.
Cullen's gonna continue with, well, at the very least, you took out the majority of them. Perhaps now the city can grow in peace and perhaps prosper even more.
Also, were we the first group to be sent out after these wolves?
Yes, I believe so. You're the first to answer the call, at least.
What, has anyone else gone in that general direction recently?
Say somebody from the town.
Not that I can think of, but I don't know everyone in town. I was just responsible and the one to send out the notice. But I don't think we've lost any of our own. Why do you ask?
There isn't a Jonas family that lives here.
He puts a hand to his chin. It's he looks like this. Hold on. He looks like this, but like human and not yellow and orange. He goes and with some hair, and ears, and 2 lips, not just one line. Whatever.
A burlap sack.
Yes.
For clothing.
He continues with, I don't believe there's a Jonas family. But again, I don't know every person in town. There could very well have been, but if you want me to, I can look into it for you.
Yeah. No
That's what
need.
he looks like.
We found a couple bodies on our way there.
More of the victims from the wolves.
Yeah, they belong to a Jonas family. There was
It was
Nick,
Nick,
Bobby,
Bobby, and the other 2.
Yeah.
and there was the and then other and then 2.
It was Joe and then Nas. Namesake of the
Bobby.
family.
Well, if there's no missing persons, I suppose it's not important.
Quite, but you all performed your job excellently. I can only assume, getting rid of the wolves. Well, then I guess I'll go and get your payment as soon as I'm done with breakfast.
Everyone just watches him eat.
Especially the griffins.
Sky had a good berry, so she is sated for the day.
That is true.
But out of character question, I'm trying to remember what the safe actually said on it, like regarding.
Oh, it said,
return it
if
to and
found,
such.
please return to... And Arya said that it could spell out Bella, but it also could spell out another name similar to Bella, but said that maybe we could at least try when you get back to town.
So the location to return it to was scratched out, but there wasn't like a
Yes.
name of the owner on it.
Oh,
It says scratched out Bell.
No.
Oh.
the owner, okay, hold on. Wait.
Is there a
wait.
pie inside?
Wait. Shut up.
With a note
Arya,
inside the
I know
pie.
what you're going to say, that yes, it did have a name. You could also read the name. It was Run Gold, other dwarf name on it. And it said, please return to Hlech. So you know a name and potentially a location. Arya, take it away.
I
Arya takes
just
it and
realized something.
Nani?
she looks to Sky.
Could I perchance see that safe for a moment? That box we found?
She shoulders the chest off of her back, and picks it open, kind of with her back to the others so they can't necessarily see that she's picking it. Although she's not trying overly hard to hide it. But she pops the chest open and pulls out the safe. Holds it up for Arya to read.
All right.
Now, Arya takes a closer look at the name.
Also, she immediately closes her chest once the safe is out.
No looking.
No peeks.
And she says,
Swing to 8th level.
This might also be the name of the owner.
And you're showing that to Cullen, or out loud kind of thing?
no, she just realized this and wanted to get that out of the way, just notify her party. That she is going to show it to Cullen right now.
Do you happen to know the Dwarven language?
Bits and pieces here and there. Blacksmithing terms from the blacksmiths, but no, not the actual language. I'm not versed in it, sadly.
Well, we found this on our way to the job. And it says, if found, please return to... And then this part right here, it looks
Yes, I can
like
see.
it could refer to a city or a person. I can't really figure out what it says, though.
Arya, remember I said it had a name.
It's a name. The name
No,
could
no.
be a city or a person.
No.
No.
Arya. There's a name, and then separate from that, it says, if found, return to Chlech.
So
There's two things on the box. It does have a definite name of owner, or at least
that
the
we can
first name,
read.
and then it also says, if found, return to Chlech. There's a name on it, is what I'm saying.
It's still...
You could see that.
Okay. There is something that I will chalk this up to. If found, return to another person.
All right. So you're still just going to say that you found it, and this part seems to be scratched out, right?
Yeah, because I'm not going to rewind that.
All right. So Cullen looks at it and says, well, sorry, I can't exactly read these characters. I know more of the spoken Dwarven language than written form. But perhaps...
It looks like it
Gonna have
refers to this
look at it.
town.
So what'd you say?
It looks like it refers to this town. But
All right. Okay, so Cullen's going to say perhaps you can have some of the blacksmiths look at it, see if they can get it open for you, in case you wanted to open it. Or
Sky
perhaps
almost says
see if-
that part's not a problem, but she holds herself. She catches
Hold
herself.
on. He's also going to continue that, or perhaps you can have them see if they can read it, find anything else. Dwarven magic seems to hold a lot of secrets, yet still. Perhaps there's some kind of underlayer of magic that can give you a clue to its origins.
I'm not really interested in the magic part. I just want to find the person who owned this.
Well, as I said, you could ask the dwarves to see if they can inspect it for you, see if you can find a clue with its magical properties. Perhaps where you could find the owner, or hell, sometimes these things even have, he actually, like, flicks it, like tapping on it. He says, hell, sometimes these things even have trackers on them. Lead you right back to them, or to the owner, sorry. Well, it's at least worth a shot to look at it.
Where did you find the chest again? It was just like in the hole in the ground?
That's where
Sky
she
got a 20 on a perception, I think, to notice some dug up ground. or recently dug up ground. And she said, "Oh, what's this?"
She said, "Oh, whoa."
Mm,
And then she
Bad.
dug it up, and we found a safe.
Huh, you can't get rid of me. I'm the DM. Anyway. But I'm going to say that Cullen finishes his meal, and he starts to get up and say, "Well, shut up, you. You can't hurt me."
Oh, it's not hurting. It's just bad.
Anyway, he gets up and he says, "Well, I'd best go get your payment. You're free to wait out here or just outside, but I will be back shortly." And you see him exit his house and just walk off to another part of town, presumably to get your money. You filthy murder hobos. Okay.
It's
You
a
say
living.
murder hobos after we specifically spared the last wolf.
Yeah.
And like,
Oh, but the other ones are perfectly fine to murder.
They were already dead.
They're
I-
already dead.
Uh,
Is your
I mean,
excuse, huh? What do you
look,
what
look.
think the zombies feel? What about the undead?
They
Zombies
feel
have no
nothing.
feelings.
Zero. Listen, we tried diplomacy. It just went through the wolf's, the guy's neck.
No, we tried diplomacy, and I really did. I shoved my diplomacy right in his face, and he got knocked over. That's how diplomacy works, right?
We engaged in aggressive negotiations.
Yeah. You negotiated in peaceful negotiations. You're gonna get a peaceful. He's gonna get a piece full of your fist. Sorry, stupid. Okay, so you guys are just seated around in various places of his like living room, kitchenette place, while he's out getting your money. Probably.
Ray's going to give the box back, by the way.
All right. So, do you give it back to Sky to put away, or do
Yes.
you keep it on your possession now? Okay, you give it back to throw in the bigger chest.
Yeah.
All right. So, Sky, you're given the chest, or you're given the box to put in the chest. You get
What's in the
put in the
box?
safe, to
What's
put in the box, to put in the safe, to put in the box, to put it. Anyway, Inception.
Box, box,
So-
box, box. What's in the box?
What's in the
Another
box?
box!
All right, Glenn, you feel free to do your thing. To think, I got nothing.
Think.
You know the what's it called, the ending of the Hulk movie, walking away with that piano
Do the
music thing.
I don't know. She flies to the
Everyone was
castle.
cutting out so badly, I could like barely make out what people were saying.
I was saying you're free to cut in at any time. Do the send off. I got nothing. I literally had no time to prepare anything. I had weeks, but I'm like, oh, we'll collab on it. It's like, nope.
Makai does exactly the same thing as TVK.
Yeah.
Piece
I
by
don't know what
piece.
this is.
Io's there again.
You don't know. It was unnamed child, okay? Unnamed alpaca child. But anyway, after about maybe 10 minutes of waiting around, I don't know what you guys did in the 10 minutes, but
Down refreshes her overshield.
all right.
Is what I'm going to call it now.
All right. So Cullen comes back. Cullen comes back a little while later. He comes back with gold for all of you. Sorry, I was adjusting. He gives each one of you a bag of money, and if you count the coins, you can find that he actually gave you a little bit extra.
Glenn looks up and asks, "What is the extra for?"
Well, turns out, as it turns out, I asked in your stead the dwarves about boxes and safes. They even told me how to find out where the tracker is. They told me that it probably has a little contraption. If I could show you if you showed it to me again, but The extra is for going above and beyond because, well, he kind of like goes in for like a hushed whisper kind of thing. He goes like, "I know what you did last summer." I mean, sorry, there.
How did you know?
That's personal.
I'm kidding. But he says,
Oh, sorry. That's because I updated my blog like constantly about it.
"Damn it, Galarian!
What were you doing with us last summer?
We were trying to keep that a secret, Galarian, from our parents,
Tell everyone
man."
about the extra ice cream.
It was the prequel beach episode.
The prequel episode, guys. We're suddenly gonna go to the beach episode, so yeah,
Yes.
get your trunks ready, get your swimsuits,
Uh-huh.
whatever.
The one where Arya ran into them and she didn't notice.
No, you
Or she
guys
somehow
all,
established contact with Sky right there.
no, you guys were running. You were all running on the beach, on different parts of the beach, but you all somehow managed to run into like those wheeled lines of clothing. You know, the things you can move around with, just like a rack of clothing. Anyway, you all ran into those and somehow got swimsuits on. And it's like Scooby-Doo style, obviously, because, like you run through it and somehow you're wearing it the right way. Like all the things attached and tied or whatever.
Of
And then
course.
you all had swimsuits and you all ran in Baywatch slow motion.
And then we all played beach volleyball.
Yeah, and you all played beach volleyball. And unbeknownst to you, little Timmy was acting lifeguard.
Wow.
Oh, no.
Everything's coming together. It all makes sense. now.
Everything's interconnected, obviously. Much wow. But he just says that call it a favor because of what you did and what you had to go through from what you told me. Is the explanation he gives. Does any one of you count how much extra he got? You have,
Yes, all of us.
Not
Alright.
yet, but I will.
All right. So to the ones that counted, he gave you 10 extra gold.
Ah, that rounds it up to
40.
40.
All right.
Oh lordy.
Yeah. So he goes on to say that, would you like me to? He's looking specifically at Arya. He's like, would you like me to show you where the tracker is?
Arya nods and looks back over to Sky.
I'll get it for you. Like little Timmy, pull the lever.
Strong lever!
I'm kidding. So Sky, do you get out the box again?
She rolls her eyes, shoulders the chest back onto the floor, pops it back open, hands the chest out, and closes the lid as quickly as she can.
All right. Sorry, you bring it out. You're like to like where in Cone's direction.
And then she Lyra sits on top
Yeah.
of her chest.
She just takes the chest with her talons and places it on the table.
All right. So he spins it around to like the front of the what's called like where the lock usually is, to the front of it. And he goes, "All right. So if I'm gonna do this right, it's gonna be here." And he points at, or not points, presses a finger to like the top left corner, and then slowly drags it to the top right corner. And then he brings it to like, the top area of, like the actual like surface of the box. And then he traces his finger in a few patterns. And finally, with one last boop, presses the exact center of the top of the box. From there, after about a moment or two, you can see that what he was tracing with his finger suddenly started to glow on the box, and it started to fill out. You know how like an Etch-a-Sketch is like in like fast forward, like a not a stop motion, but like a really fast forwarded video. Like you can see like all the little twists and turns and shit. It's like that. It's like suddenly little tiny other like symbols start appearing on the box and writing themselves on it, or showing them to you, to where it finally kind of like reads more. So you see more words where the like on the sides where you saw that name and the location, and also more writing on like the back and like the bottom. You know, like if you were holding it by a handle, like a suitcase on the bottom too. So like the sides, I guess. And you see more writing on it. And actually, if you're reading the right side, the one with the message, which I'm going to say is in your direction, you can see that where the name was scratched off, you can actually see like kind of like what's it called, like a more like a not holographic, but like essentially holographic version of what the writing says. So like you can clearly make out the words now, if you would like to read it.
Yeah, she would be reading everything on there now.
All right. I'm so sorry about the dogs. Jerry's acting up. Jerry.
Yeah.
But
Down,
so you're gonna read
past Jerry.
So yeah, Jerry, calms down. So you're gonna read all the words that just started popping up.
Yeah.
All right. So Cullen's actually gonna say that, well, not exactly a tracker, but maybe useful information. And when you go to read it, you can clearly see that it says full name now, Rungold Thrasher, because I made it up. And Thrasher is just like, it's a dwarven name, isn't it? But you can clearly see full name now. It's not hidden, but like you saw that it on the regular box, it seemed like it could hold a second name, a last name, and that's what it filled it in. That's what it filled into. The little message that had the little end part blurred out still read, if found, please return to Flech. But now, Flech actually fills out to what you would assume, what you kind of assumed was right, and you were right. It said Bella, city of Bella. And if you turn it to one of the sides, it says like a small inscription of little like kind of like notes, you would assume. It's essentially kind of like the owner. It seemed as if the owner kind of like was describing what was in it, but was also trying to hide what it is. Like he's being cryptic. So like the message says that like, oh, it's invaluable. Oh, it's like it'd be worth so much money and could probably like pay off kind of thing, kind of like hyping it up, but it doesn't necessarily ever explicitly say what it is that's inside. On another side, it actually shows up like a little map of Bella, but this map seems a little outdated, to say the least. It's Bella. You can see like the river and the little kind of like you remember the little where the ships were kind of thing leading off into the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
You can see that. You can see some houses that were locations when you arrived, like the hotel, which thank you for reminding me was the Tipton Hotel, because I knew I made a Sweet Life Zach and Cody reference. You can see that there are a few houses, a few buildings, but it appears that it's outdated because it seems like it doesn't have a large chunk of the city yet, almost as if it was like taken at a certain time and that's what was imprinted. It has a little X like marks a spot kind of thing, where like a pyromap style thing, and it's like here. And judging by the map of the actual city of Bella that you had now, that Cullen gave you, at least I believe that Cullen gave you, I forget, but that map,
I think he did.
comparing it to that one, you can see that it is definitely pointing in the direction of those blacksmiths. And on the last side, where the lock would be, I'm not sure if I actually put a lock on it or I just said it was locked, but whatever. That face, it tells you the combination. I'm going to say it's a combination lock because fuck it. Is the combination, but it's in like equations of like really weird math. It's like You know, 2 plus 2
New
is
math.
4. Minus 1, that's 3. This is not that. This is like some like algebra calculus style like formulas that are really confusing. It's got like parentheses and alphabets and like and not even the regular alphabet, it's the dwarven alphabet. Anyway, but that is what you see. A lot of information and how a place. And that's the information you get from the little thing that you saw Glenn. Or not Glenn, Cullen.
Me? Oh.
Not you, Glenn. Bleh.
Yes.
Alright, so
It's a lot to take in.
Roll intelligence to solve math.
what am I
That's high
looking at?
intelligence.
Oh, math, a limerick. The score plus 3 times the square root of 4 divided by 7 plus 5 times 11 equals 9 squared and not a bit more. Damn, that's sick lyrics, man.
No, you gotta say it in this guy's accent.
A dozen, a gross, and a score plus 3 times the square root of 4
Get your lowland
Let's
accent
see.
out of here.
plus 5 times 11 equals 9 squared and not a bit more.
Hey, you unlocked it!
Hey, those are the secret magic words. You didn't even need a combination lock. It's voice activated.
Amazing. Dwarven engineering.
Technology.
I'm kidding. So, alright, that's a lot to take in. Cullen's like, what do you see? They use actual words?
A lot of them, and
She flips it around to the map.
that's
Cullen like leans over to look at it.
that's really
That?
old, isn't it?
What exactly am I looking at?
This looks like we're in.
Bella, because
Bella.
don't
Sorry,
worry, I got it
wrong
confused too.
place.
Don't worry, don't feel bad. I've been doing it this entire time.
This looks
Bella.
like Bella.
And he takes another look at it and he's like, "Oh, wait, you're right. That is Bella, but that's like that seems to have been taken like near the start of when we were founded, though. How old is this map? How old is this box?"
How do you think I know? There's nowhere on here.
So like Cullen is taking a little back, and he was like, I was just asking out loud.
Oh, actually, it has a made in this date right here at the bottom.
Oh yes, if you want a
Made in
perception, you can see the time frame.
882, right here.
Also, right here it says "Made in China."
Well, snap.
China confirmed to be a place in Errf now.
The DM said it. It must be true.
No, I'm joking. It's not.
Oh.
And during this time, Micaiah receives a letter from a courier. It's the messenger cactus.
Yeah, it comes up like, "I got a letter for you. I got a letter here. Your eyes
Messenger
only."
cactus.
Let's see.
Anyway, so Cullen continues. I was just asking out loud, but does it say where in Bella, or what in Bella, or what is it doing? Where it goes? Oh yeah, it's that guy. That's the messenger. He's friends with the messenger cactus.
Well, that definitely is
The business was-
Bella now.
Daryl, I'll have you know that the business was started by the messenger cactus.
Hey, you don't even know. My dad works at Messenger Cactus Inc. My dad works at MCI. My dad works at Nintendo.
But Mom said it's my turn to use the Xbox.
Do you know,
Anyway,
do you know a
Arya,
name
so
called Rumble Thrasher?
Run Gold Thrasher. And he goes, that's, I believe, Thrasher. Run Gold? He's like thinking on it for a few seconds, but then he remembers. I believe That is the name of the blacksmith's father. I believe his son is working the blacksmith now. You could probably find him there right now. He's actually the one who told me how to do this. Probably won't close up shop for. He looks at his watch. Another few hours. You're free to go there anytime you want. But I'm thinking this is his. Perhaps.
Sounds right.
Just suddenly having moral conflicts.
Your daily charge is $18. That's funny. Anyway, so yeah, that's what he tells you. Yeah, you'd probably find him there for the next few hours, but that is your choice. It could be his, or you could keep it. I'm not sure. I'm not you, but if it were me, I'd feel obligated to give it back to its owner. But as I said, I'm not you. I'm not going to make the choice for you. But we are me and this town. I and this town. There we go. Not me. English. I and this town are indebted to all of you.
This town and I.
This town and me.
No.
I'm kidding. Anyway, indebted to you.
This me and me.
This me and me.
Who this?
All right. And he continues that we're all thankful to you for getting rid of the wolves, or at the very least, most of them, as you've said, but I think we can take care of ourselves for now. At the very least, we can take care of a few wolves.